I've spent a lot of time getting my hands dirty. I've been down in sewers. I've been up on bridges. I've been inside places you wouldn't want to think about. That's work. It's tangible. You can see it, touch it, and usually smell it. But work is changing. There's a whole world of jobs that don't need a hard hat or steel-toed boots. They happen on a computer through the magic of the internet. We call this world digital freelancing. It's not as complicated as it sounds. It's a different kind of work. Earn a living without clocking into a traditional office. Take a skill you have and offer it to people who need it, all from your kitchen table, or from a corner of your living room. Your office is wherever you open your laptop. The old way meant a long-term commitment to one company. You were an employee. You had a boss, a set schedule, a desk from 9 to 5. Freelancing throws that rulebook out the window. You're your own boss, not tied to one employer. A specialist for hire, a problem solver who handles a task, then moves on to the next. Digital freelancing equals an old idea with new reach. The internet is the key, the great connector that makes the world your neighborhood. When I was growing up, if a neighbor needed a fence painted or a lawn mowed, they'd find a go-to person in the neighborhood to handle it. You'd agree on a price, you'd do the job, you'd get paid, and you'd both go on your way. You weren't the neighbor's full-time employee. You were just there to solve a specific problem. Digital freelancing is the exact same principle, just on a much bigger scale. Instead of mowing lawns, maybe you're designing a website. Maybe you're editing a video. The core idea is identical. You're a skilled individual offering services project by project. A freelancer is essentially a one-person business. You are the CEO, the marketing department, and the worker bee all rolled into one. You decide what services you'll offer, how much you'll charge, and which projects to take on. The client comes to you with a need, say a series of articles for their company blog, and you provide the solution. It's a direct relationship built on trust and the quality of your work, much like the old-fashioned handshake deals, but facilitated through modern technology. So, who hires these digital handymen? Just about everyone. Every trade has its tools. A carpenter has a hammer, a saw, a wrench. A digital freelancer's toolbox is a bit different. It's skills and software. The most important tool is your primary skill. This could be something you did in a past career like bookkeeping, project management, or writing, drawing, photography. The digital world has a need for almost any skill you can imagine. If you're good at organizing, you can be a virtual assistant. If you have an eye for design, you can create logos, websites, content creation, articles, website copy, social media management on Facebook and Instagram, web development, data entry, voice acting, video editing, translation. The key is to identify what you're good at and what you enjoy. Someone out there is willing to pay for it. So how do you find these jobs? You don't have to go knocking on digital doors. There are online platforms, meeting places for freelancers and clients, Upwork, Fiverr, freelancer.com. Clients post the projects they need help with. Freelancers browse and submit a proposal, a mini application. These platforms handle the messy parts, payments, contracts, and a modern town square where supply meets demand. Let's be honest, the traditional 9-to-5 schedule doesn't work for everyone. For generations, we've been told success means showing up at the same place at the same time. But what if you're a night owl who does their best work after the sun goes down? What if you need to be available for a doctor's appointment in the middle of the day? This is where freelancing really shines. It's all about flexibility. You're in charge of your schedule. You decide when you work. You decide where you work. You decide how much you work. It's about fitting work around your life, not the other way around. Parents who want to be there for school pickups, students balancing income and class schedules, semi-retired folks who want extra income without the full-time grind, early mornings, late nights, weekends, pick your hours, take a Tuesday afternoon off to go fishing. As long as you meet deadlines and keep clients happy, your time is your own. Freelancers have the power to say no. Build a career focused on work you're passionate about. Specialize in an industry you love. This autonomy makes freelancing a path to a fulfilling career on your own terms. You might be wondering why a company would hire a freelancer instead of a full-time employee. Hiring a full-time employee is a huge commitment. Salary, benefits, payroll taxes, and office space and equipment. For many businesses, that overhead just isn't feasible. Hiring a freelancer is a much more flexible and cost-effective solution. Think of it as calling in a specialist. If your pipes burst, you don't hire a full-time plumber to live in your house. You hire them to fix the leak, pay for their expertise, and the job is done. Companies view freelancers the same way. This gives them access to top-tier talent for a specific need, allowing them to tap into skills they might not have internally, exactly when they need them. The rise of the gig economy has made this relationship even more common, a market where temporary, flexible jobs are commonplace. Companies are building teams that mix full-time employees and independent contractors. This agile approach lets them scale up or down quickly. If they have a big product launch, they hire freelance marketers to handle the extra workload. Once the launch is over, the project is complete. This shift was accelerated by recent world events. When the pandemic forced millions to work from home, companies realized productivity didn't require an office. They learned to trust remote workers, and that blew the doors wide open for freelancing. So we've established that freelancing is here to stay. But where is it going? The future looks promising as technology improves. Communication tools are becoming more seamless. Project management platforms are getting smarter, helping freelancers stay organized. Internet access is expanding globally, a bigger pool of clients and talent. The digital workplace is becoming a permanent fixture of our economy. One of the big trends is artificial intelligence. Some people worry AI will take jobs, but for a savvy freelancer, AI is a powerful tool, not a threat. It can help a writer brainstorm ideas and check grammar, help a designer generate logo concepts, help a social media manager analyze performance data. Freelancers who work with these technologies can work faster and smarter. They can provide even more value to clients and get better results. Earning will depend less on physical location. It opens opportunities for people with mobility issues and for anyone left out of the traditional workforce. It levels the playing field so talent rises to the top. Freelancing is about empowerment, taking control of your career. It takes discipline and hard work, but the rewards, pride in your craft and freedom can be immense.